Opened a Sunday paper over the last few weeks, you might have noticed ads for Juul. It's one of several brands of e-cigarettes that have alarmed health officials because of the big spikes in teenage use. Gordon from Hilltop and Cynthia from Bruton have seen and heard these ads. They wrote us wanting to know, how can e-cigarette companies advertise? Good question. Here's Heather Brown.
There are full-page ads and television commercials.
For a perfect puff.
We haven't seen an advertisement for cigarettes in a
long time, yeah.
So to see one for e-cigarettes.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit strange.
TV and radio commercials for cigarettes have been banned since 1971. Then came more ad restrictions in '98 after tobacco companies settled with the states. No more billboards, event sponsorships, or paid movie placements. None of those ad restrictions exist for e-cigarettes.
You just haven't had that type of regulation for non-tobacco products.
Mike Cerisi and his legal team laid the groundwork for the 1998 tobacco settlement.
It's commercial free speech.
E-cigarettes don't burn tobacco, but they do have nicotine, which the FDA requires the manufacturers to clearly label in any ads.
The problem with vaping is you don't know what the health consequences are.
The FDA has criticized
an epidemic of nicotine use.
The largest e-cig maker, Juul, for marketing to kids.
So in high school, were a lot of kids vaping?
Yeah.
I mean, how many?
Like everyone.
Juul's newest ad campaign now promotes it as a way to help adults quit cigarettes.
I could switch.
I used to smoke quite a few cigarettes, and when I started vaping, I stopped.
Juul says it will voluntarily only advertise after 10 p.m. on cable TV and in print publications whose readership isn't kids.
Why do you think the FDA hasn't imposed restrictions on e-cigarette advertising?
They move very, very slow.
And some experts told me today the government is generally hesitant to limit a company's free speech.
And its sort of beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, what I may think is reasonable regulation, you may think is not reasonable.
Heather Brown, WCCO 4 News.
As of 2016, the FDA has regulated e-cigarettes. Heather did reach out to that agency today, but due to the government shutdown, the FDA was not able to respond. If you have a good question for Heather, just email it by going to WCCO.com/links.